man, my son's gonna be so happy to have an iPhone again. Wait to tell him. Oh. Hey, buddy. I got good news, buddy.
What's up?
I got an iPhone for you.
Did you actually? I'm fine with that.
Your reaction's way better than I thought it was gonna be. Turn it around. Look how small it is on the back.
Yeah, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, I got the new hoodie. Got the Kinetic. Thanks, Roman. Thanks, other guy. Damn, I about choked on. You brake checked me on purpose, didn't you? Alright, you're good, my way. People were tripping last night, man. I tell you what, and as if to prove my point, if they would have just watched the video the rest of the way and heard me out, I guarantee a lot of them, as soon as I said, did you hear that new Jam Wayne track? They just cut it off and gave their 2 cents. But listen to the end of it, it'll make a lot more sense for you. So for real, before I get into the rest of the video, because it's going to be about cars, this video, seriously, nobody's willing, and everybody proved my point. The people who commented and got all butthurt and just X me out, unsubscribe because they think I'm hating on Upchurch and all that, y'all didn't wait to the end of the video. Y'all did not wait to the end of the video. Y'all just proved my point. At the very end of the video, I say, and I quote, and so much as, even if you think they're talking about you in some way, you know, slick dissing you in some way, then, you know, your fans are trained to cut their head off and put it on a stake, right? Which is bizarre. It's just music, man. Y'all would all come out on top if it wasn't for all this drama stuff. And exactly, it's all just it's a hard line that everybody draws in the sand. You can't criticize on that end without just being head on a stake, dude. And it's some lame stuff, because people can like several different artists at the same time, and it's good for everybody. Everybody eats, right? There's enough out here for everybody to eat, unless you're drawing these hard lines. And the problem with drawing a hard line is, come on, dude, you've had all this chance to go, idiot. God damn, bruh. Jesus. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. My name's Laura.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is the problem with drawing those hard lines in the sand is once that hard line's there, it's there. And you could end up on the other side of it, right? So why make hard lines then? I don't know, man. Like, and I've said this several times, and a lot of people who get it, and a lot of you little bottom feeders would never guess this, but the people at the top agree with me. The people closest to them agree with me. It can never be taken as disrespectful if it's the truth. All I'm doing is just classic criticism, man. That's my opinion. This is a new development since my video last night. The fact that Just Trey is the one that answered the diss is kind of strange, and it's good. It's a good song. It's a damn good song. And the people laughing about me saying Jam Wayne was decent is crazy too. Did you listen to it? Did y'all hear? You know, not only did he get his own little jabs in, but he took the ammo away. He's like, let's get all the high school stuff out of the way. Yeah, I got numbers like you. Bro, I don't know, man. I guess I don't know what good diss is. Whatever. That's why I stay out of it. I'm not a music reactor. I don't pretend to just because I'm obsessed with somebody. Speaking of, that hat was coated in such a layer of grease already, it could barely start the son of a gun on fire, bro. Yo, what up, beautiful specimens? Like I said, today is going to be a little bit more detailed video about that Dodge Caliber that I have for sale. I'm going to drive it home from work, like I said, from the shop, and leave this truck over at the shop. The only thing is I forgot the keys to it, so got to go to the house, get the keys, then come back. Yeah, it's fun stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go grab that real quick. Make a quick little to-do about that. I'll show you guys whatever you guys want to see. I'll have it for I'm gonna drive it to work for like at least 2-3 days maybe. That way it gives everybody time who's really interested in buying it a chance to ask me, maybe you want a picture of another spot of it. So I'm gonna drive it, show you guys how it drives, show you guys every single thing that's wrong with it, how it drives, that sort of thing, show you underneath of it. It's not full of rust or anything. Actually, you know, like I was telling my buddy, he asked me what I was selling it for, how much, and I told him like $1,600, and he was like, that's really good in this economy. But you know, you limit yourself, because not only is it a standard shift car, which there you cut your target market in half, but I also cut the muffler off of it. But I don't know, maybe that adds some value to it. Somebody likes the wow wow wow. I probably have it around here somewhere, weld that back on or whatever, who cares. That's why it's a $1,600 car, right? I want to get rid of that, free up some money. There's a couple of things I want to do, and of course I have a goal everybody knows about. Woo! So let's head over to the house, get the keys to that. Let's see if I got that salesman gene in me. Let's see if I can be a used car salesman. I think I could. Probably not. I wouldn't even remember to bring the keys. I'd have somebody ready to sign the papers, and they'd be like, you know what? Let me go get the cash, you get the keys. And I'll be like, oh, real quick, phone update on my son's phone. And I could probably pull back the vlog from that day, because it's been over a month, probably just broke that one. And that's why it was crazy that they gave it to me without a screen protector or a case, I mean. Anyway, so about a month ago, I go in there, I get them to put a screen in my son's phone. I go to pick it up, and they say, here you go. They can't do the back glass because they didn't have one in, or they don't have the laser to remove it, or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care. We'll just get the front fixed and then put a nice case over the back of it. You don't see it anyway. Well, I was going to show you, but I'm recording with it. Dumbass. I go in there today, and I'm like, hey, man, what's the update on it? And they're like, oh, well, looks like our notes show that there's an internal issue, and to do something like that's going to be about 3 weeks. That's what they told me about 3 weeks ago. So I got a little shitty with them, and I'm like, come on, y'all. I was like, I ain't trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be a dick or, you know, get all up in y'all's business and talk crazy in here, show myself, whatever you want to call it. But, man, that's what y'all told me 3 weeks ago, and I can tell just by the way you're explaining this to me that you ain't made not a near progress on it. You ain't even touched it since the last time I was here. So then they got all apologetic and was like, how about this? How about we give your son a loaner iPhone? So he at least has an iPhone to use for now, which I don't know what this one is, the iPhone 1 or something. This is some prehistoric shit right here. But I'm like, man, whatever. And like all respectable parents, before I'm going to give my son a phone, right? Let's see if I can remember how to open this, Joel. Before I'm going to give my son a phone, I thought, you know, this is kind of turning into a sketchy establishment. What if they forgot to delete stuff, right? You know, like people were crazy, man. I didn't know what I'd find on there, but especially in this area, I knew there'd be some drug-related stuff on there, if there's anything. And sure enough, I go through the text messages, and it's some chick that had the phone, and it's just message after message of to this dude and to that dude, and just how nonchalant women are able to do that will always be a mystery to me. And I know some men do it, and maybe everybody doesn't. Maybe I'm just realizing today, you know, November 19th, 2024, James realizes, the gotcha man, that that's how everybody is, you know. But I'm a solid motherfucker, man, and I don't play that game, dude. I don't, you know, if I've got somebody at home and that's who I call my people, and we especially get kids together and stuff, this chick was in there texting the one dude like, you need to send me some money, our baby needs diapers, and you ain't gonna be home in time, da-da-da-da-da. And then would bounce out of that message to some other random dude and just send pill emojis and wet and eggplant, you know, mouth and an eggplant. And then seconds after, you know, switch back over to hubby and be like, hey, I got the Venmo, love you, babe, can't wait till you get home, have a good day at work, honey. man, it's just, and I know this person has nothing to do with me. I don't even know this person, but it just messes with you. You know, your psyche, man. How...
Please say a command.
No, bruh. This is crazy, man. Like, people out here wilding, bruh. I just don't know. There has to be something. I don't know, man. I don't have that gene. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how folks do it. Folks on grave. All right. We are cruising right along in what could be your new car. Slowly remembering a lot of things about it. It's been a little while. I do have, and I've had to use this before, I've got one of these magnetic key things, and I had a key, well, it does not come with a spare key. I've got it somewhere, but I'll give that to whoever buys it. But yeah, man, it's a solid little car. Like I say, you can hear the exhaust. That's my fault. It's funny because I own this thing for 5 or 6 years and managed to not give in to that temptation to cut the exhaust off. And I just did it like 6 months ago. It was still over at the house for the longest time until, if you guys have kept up with the vlogs, I wanted to give the wheels, the aftermarket wheels that I had on it, to our middle son for his car that he's going to be driving when he gets his permit next month. So this got brought over there, and it's been over there since. So however long that's been. But yeah, it started right up. Because I was going to say, that was the other thing, was the battery may need replaced. And if so, if somebody's serious about buying it, I'll buy a battery and replace it. It is kind of droney, so you may want to, I don't know, put a muffler back on it. When I downshifted to 4th there, it didn't sound as bad, but 5th, I don't know, take that back. Not too bad, maybe because I slowed down too much, but I really didn't drive it much after I cut the exhaust off. I just one night with just, I don't know what made me do it. I was like, I want to hear what that thing sounds like without a muffler. So I did look up the title. I couldn't remember, but it's a clean, clear title. It's not a salvage rebuild. It's never, like, it has no, like, wrecked, put back together title, whatever you call that, rebuilt, salvage. All the parts are here. The visors, it was parked next to our basketball rim, and the boys hit and just tore those plastic visors up. This one's completely missing, but the other 3 are there. It's got 173,335 miles on it. The service engine light is on, and I'll say, when I had my buddy run his scanner on it, because as you guys seen a couple vlogs back, I got a buddy that runs a shop here in town, and it was the evap system. There's some sort of a system on here that takes extra pressure from the fuel tank and redirects it into the intake to, like, burn fumes or something. I don't know, get you a few extra gas miles or whatever. And he said that those systems are bad about setting off the check engine light, but it doesn't really matter, which I could probably have him run it again just to verify that. So here's the main issue it has, 2nd to 3rd. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but that's the only major issue with it, if you will, is if you go real fast from 2nd to 3rd, it's just rank. But other than that, there's no issues to really speak of. It needs cleaned out. There's plenty of space back there for groceries and stuff. Kids, you pack quite a few kids in this thing. It's got 4 good tires on it. It's got new wiper blades on it. It's all one collar. It's not like a weird paint setup issue on it. The other main issue, I do want to cover this, and maybe it's something simple, but for the life of me, I could not figure it out. Besides the 3rd gear thing, the air conditioner. Ooh, we got a little cackle? Ooh. Try to clutch kick it real quick, but anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh, so I wait a minute, goes right into 3rd gear. No noise at all. It's just if you go real fast. The AC system, that's what I wanted to talk about. every part has been replaced on this, and I still can't get the air conditioner to work. I don't know if I'm doing it, but that's me DIY. I didn't take it to any kind of professional. But what had happened was, and I guess it's a common thing, and it was like this when I bought it. The AC pump had locked up, but when the clutch engaged, it just shredded it. So it exploded the inside of it. So the pump was gone. I mean, it was toast, and all the Freon was out of the system whenever I got it. And so I knew it needed a pump and back brake pads. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but yeah, that's the other thing. The list is kind of adding up a little bit. Hey, but at least it didn't need a battery. I mean, it started right up, and it hasn't been started since... it's been a few weeks now that I started it up over at the shop. Can't remember what I was doing, though. That probably didn't matter. But the battery, it still started the thing up, so... And I'd say if you drive it every day, it would crank even faster than what it did. It kind of cranked a little slow, but it started it up. Anywho, the AC, man, I thought, you know, let's just put an AC pump on it finally. And it was hard to do. It was hard to get that thing in there. It was back around the time we went to Nashville, if I remember right, though. But anyway, I climbed under it. It was still hot outside, and I was like, I would love to drive this car if it had AC. That was one of my biggest gripes with it, was the AC. And so I go and buy a brand new pump, and I get the pump, go to put it on, the lines needed replaced. So I replaced the lines, I bought a seal kit, replaced all the seals to the condenser, everything, and then put a brand new belt on it. It still didn't work. Well, of course, filled it with Freon, still didn't work. So we bought these little sensors that screw into the AC lines, still didn't work. The relay for the AC is under the bumper for some reason. So I took the entire bumper off to get to the relays, replaced the relay, still didn't work. For some reason, the AC will not work, and all it is the compressor just won't trigger on. So who knows, you could maybe take it to a garage and have them charge it properly. Maybe it's because I didn't draw a vacuum on it before I pulled the AC Freon in. Good possibility. But other than that, like I say, there is nothing. It's a solid $1,600 car all day. I don't care what anybody says. And I've got some hubcaps here at the house that used to go on, and I just got to dig them out of the van, I think. I'm so used to going second to fourth, I don't even notice that anymore. But anyway, enough about the car. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, let's talk about this dirtbag one more little time here. So I had a chance to listen to this live that everybody was talking about last night. Everybody's like, bro, he burnt that hat and he's flipping out. And I'm like, of course he is. And without even looking, I'm like, and I guarantee he's telling everything that Kurt decided to tell his goofy ass, or anything that anybody told him. Because if I had the time, I would dig through, because my video I know aged so well, because I 100% called this a while back, where I was like, whoever's messing with him in that circle, just trying to keep him quiet and keep him from flipping out, and trying to just tell him, hey man, if you just be nice for a little while, man, Johnny, and Ryan will like you. I was like, it's not gonna work the way you think it's going to. He's gonna flip out. And the only time I've ever seen anybody do it, especially a male, because this is a female trait anyway, to feel like somebody ain't paying the same amount of attention back to you or reciprocating it, and then just flip out. Forget it, man, fuck all. Just forget it all. Forget the 3 months in a row of me doing everything I can to impress you and playing your music and sending you flowers and doing all this. I'm done, man, I'm done. So he definitely proved to us what we already knew, that he's infatuated with Ryan and he's 100% in love with him. But he does what he always does, and he crossed the line last night. 100% crossed the line. Disgusting behavior. Look, man, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have my fun with the situation. And when Ryan says something goofy, I definitely call him out on it. But why'd you have to bring his baby into it, Bubba? who goes, hey, you know what secret I know? And I'm not even gonna say what he said because it's disgusting, man. But why should I be surprised? Like what he just said about Wade, why should I be? I'm not a bit surprised. Nobody should be surprised. I mean, the dude's a dirtbag, the lowest of the low scum, just as for shock factor, right? I'll say the craziest thing, and then hopefully it makes somebody want to look at me and react to me or give me another couple views so I can make the Hyundai payment this month. It's disgusting behavior, Bubba. What do you think, guys? You could be sitting right where I'm sitting in this Dodge Caliber right here, 173,338 miles now that I've made it to dang near to the house. Should have stopped and got gas, actually. Let's go do that real quick. This is one thing I for sure missed right here. Just put 10 bucks in it. As you guys seen a minute ago, the gas light was on too. These little cars, man, it's the best thing about them. Got the key in them. See where that put us. How crazy is that? A half a tank of gas, bro. Stop it. From $10? Well, she got me to the house. Never had a doubt. Like I say, it's a solid car, man. And like I was saying earlier, the space back here. Can't even believe those shocks work. Not in the best shape. Admittedly, they come with a factory woofer back here and the wires. I took out all the parts so I could pull it out, but that's where I was getting my high input signal for my amp. A little bit of tubing back here. Big old can of something. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I don't know. If you have any other questions, obviously, like I said, I put my email down in there. Everybody knows the email. Should be in the description as well. These are brand new tires on here. Just need some hubcaps or something. Or I don't know. This thing, I tell you, a set of wheels makes the world of difference on this thing. And like I said, the boys cracked these playing basketball, and the one on the driver is completely missing. But do one more full walk around before I head in the house. Like I said, it's all one collar. And this is the best time to do them too, when it's wet out and it's dark. Well, there's no like giant dents in it or anything, but yeah, let's get this thing sold. Either that or take it out in a blaze of glory. Like, what other options do I have, right? But I would love to see somebody, and that's the reason I sold. I had another car. I had a little Hyundai Sonata. I've mentioned that in the past a long time ago, but I sold it to a guy that was, you know, he was just graduated out of a treatment program, got custody of his kids, and had a job. He just needed to get back and forth. It was like the missing puzzle piece to putting his life together. And I hope it either goes to somebody like that or to somebody who, the equivalent to that. Somebody's happy to get it, and it actually works out to be a good vehicle. Whoever gets it and they use it for what they want it for. But yeah, those wheels right there are the ones that was on it, and I'm telling you, makes a huge difference. You can get yourself a little cheap set of wheels. Buy it off of me for $1,600. You know, spend $500 on wheels. Well, I'd have you about $2,100. Shit. Have a cool little commute car, $10, half a tank. Boy, what? With that kind of savings, you could pay a new truck off, baby. Woo!